With so much interest in the cloud, it's easy to think that's the only big new technology in HR these days, but that's just not true. So today we're getting out of the cloud for a look at what else is new and important for HR. Welcome to Firing Line. I'm Bill Kutik. Joining me to discuss them today is Brian Sommer, an HCM and technology expert for 32 years. Brian's expertise comes from his early days as a full partner at Accenture and the last dozen years heading his own consulting firm TechVentive. You can read him on ZDNet and Diginomica. I can't think of anyone better to take us beyond the cloud. Hello, Brian.
Howdy, Bill. Good to see you.
Good to see you. I can't imagine where you're from.
Yeah.
Please tell us about these other technologies that are benefiting HR now.
Well, there's a pile of them coming on, but I think what's really interesting at this time is that besides just the cloud, there's things like big data analytics, in-memory database technology, all new kinds of mobile technology. All this is coming at the same time. And what that does is it creates a kind of a combinative technology change hitting all at once, and that creates an opportunity for HR technology vendors as well as HR executives to take advantage of some very profound things that will change their processes, going to change their technology, and probably change their perspective about what HR really should be doing going forward.
The word's been around for a long time, big data. We've all heard the term. How does it apply to HR?
So the definition, I told an audience the other day this week about, somebody asked me, how would you define that? I said, well, if it's too big to fit in a spreadsheet, it's probably big data. But more seriously, this is information that's coming from things like sensors, things like Fitbit devices, from dongles, from weather satellites, from geopositional things like a GPS device. It's coming from all over the place, and it comes in huge amounts, and it also includes social media. So how's HR using this stuff? Well, HR folks can use it for things like, I want to measure the reputation or the brand, recruiting brand of the company, and I want to know every day, how is our brand doing by getting a download of huge amounts of information of social media or tweets or whatever to find out what people actually think about us and our firm.
And how about staffing in stores and that sort of thing?
That's another big area where stores have gotten really good about using weather data in conjunction with their own maybe point of sale, historical transaction data, and seasonality information to figure out exactly how many people they need on any given shift in any given retail location they've got, and within 1 to 2 hours of when a worker's supposed to report to work, they notify me either by phone call, text message, whether to come in or not.
So after years of hype and the vendors, I think, being far ahead of the employers, is mobile starting to make a difference in HR?
Yeah, and it's becoming a difference because companies have no choice but to be better about mobile. My son had a really telling experience a couple of years ago when he was looking for a summertime job, and he went up and down this retail district near where we live, and every place he went into, they had an old desktop kind of recruiting solution. He would sit down and tediously fill in the same information everywhere he went, sometimes 14 screens worth of this stuff. And at the end of 2 days, all it really did was made my son one really frustrated, angry young man. Today, if I talk to him or his sister or others in a whole new generation of people, what they want and what they expect actually out of HR organizations is a one-click mobile recruiting solution.
So with all this going on, what should the poor beleaguered HR exec be doing first?
The most important thing many executives need to do in companies is to become more cosmopolitan. That's not go out and buy a magazine that issue, but is to be cosmopolitan is to be acutely aware of one's environment. And there is so much that's changed that you're not going to find out about it by waiting around for a vendor to show up knocking on your door at your office to say, here's some cool new HR technology, you want to try it out. Those best HR executives I run into are the ones who play in traffic frequently, who invite a lot of vendors and stuff into their office and see a lot of demos. They get to all the right shows, and they're taking chances and experimenting with this stuff because they're looking to see things that are transformed. So if you don't get out there and become cosmopolitan, you're going to be roadkill.
Brian, thank you.
Sure thing.
It's evident to me that HR never lacks for innovation, just sometimes the money or the will to adopt it. And thanks for coming by and telling us more specifics about that.
All right.
Please join us on August 10 to hear two young system integrators explain how you can make sure your new software in the cloud works right for you. Thank you for watching. I'm Bill Kutik.